Fox, are you ready? Season premiere, we kick off with Triple H.
I'm not ready.
Aye, Triple H comes out. It's not the greatest for Triple H. It's about a minute and a half of him just saying Fox, or didn't he say?
A minute and a half? What are you talking about? It was about 30 seconds at the most.
Well, the clip was a minute and a half. Alright, apologies. But you know what? It's good seeing Triple H. I saw him earlier on Instagram, and I was like, I have to go check out the clip. Albeit the clip was pish. Bobby Fish does not have the same effect. You see Bobby Fish on your Instagram, and you will delete the app. Simple as that. The guy is pish, but Triple H basically says,
you see Bobby Fish, and you're thinking, right, I better not go and watch the clip.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And Triple H, he will be on Raw as well. Of course, DX reuniting, so 2 shows in a row. Will he appear at Extreme Rules? Is he going to make it
2 season premieres, Triple H are stealing all the spotlight. Is
he going to be on NXT? Or is that just reserved for Shine? Damn it. Who knows? But the Bloodline then come out. Logan Paul confronts him. We get Reigns, Logan Paul face to face, but Reigns doesn't say a word here.
Well, does Raw really have a season premiere as well? Since WWE's the company.
Yeah, but it's the brand. It's like AMC's the company, but The Walking Dead is Fear and The Walking Dead.
Right, fair enough.
Loser. Anyway, right, Roman Reigns doesn't say a word. We got Logan Paul getting spooked down to here by Sami Zayn. And, I mean, this is kind of funny, but it felt off. Sami Zayn turns around and says, "You're a 2, we're all 1s. And you're a number 2. You're the biggest number 2 I've ever seen.
You're a slimy number 2 on the bottom of
our shoe.
Roman Reigns' shoe." It's like, what?
You get Reigns and Logan Paul pissing themselves here, completely breaking character, and it's like, what is going on here?
Yeah, Roman Reigns starts laughing in the ring, like, and, oh, God.
Yeah, for a guy that always looks serious and, like, clinically depressed backstage, I don't know, this seemed like a bit of a mess. It was kind of, like, half funny for saying, but I don't know. Was this what they intended to go for? Was this improvised by Sami or something? Or was it his delivery? Or is it the fact that Sami Zayn's the biggest number 2 in the ring?
It could be all the above. It really could be.
Could be, but then the Bloodline just leave, and it's like, what? That's it. That's our whack. He gets called the number 2, and that's it for the.
Not even going to mention what Logan Paul says.
What did he say?
To Jey Uso.
Like, well, you're the tribal chief.
Aye.
What do we care about that? What's that even in reference to?
Well, he's trying to create friction, isn't he, between.
Oh, Jey Uso's the real tribal chief, not you. What, and Reigns is supposed to take that serious?
Was that not something we should have mentioned?
Why would Reigns personally care about that?
Why would Logan Paul bring it up if he didn't?
He's trying to create mind games that aren't there.
Fuck off.
What? What? You give your thoughts on it? Number 1 YouTube broadcaster?
I thought it was pish.
I thought it was pish too.
I mean,
and then like the crowd's supposed to go, like it's such a sick burn. Put some ice on it, officer friendly. There was nothing happening. That was shit. Logan Paul's pish. He can sit behind his podcast, but you know what? He's actually good in the ring, but see his promo work, it's been fucking shite. Hasn't it?
It's not been good.
I mean, wise man. I mean, why? They come face to face, they look at each other and...
Breaking news.
Everyone but what?
I just won some small fries on McDonald's Monopoly.
Well, we didn't get our fries, and that's depressing. But Solo Sikoa, the Enforcer, takes on Ricochet in a pretty shite match that you'd have seen on NXT about 3 months ago. Ricochet goes for the 450. Caught. Rock bottom. Samoan. 1, 2, 3. Psycho over here. Sandman beating McDonald's cans off his dome. But Solo Sikoa wins. Are you surprised about the result?
No. The Enforcer's not going to lose, is he?
No, he's not going to lose.
Although I know, that's about the Enforcer, and he fucking never won, so... Who knows?
Where is Double A? I was going to say Triple A. He wishes he was Triple A.
Remember, was he not in AEW?
Was he?
Oh, no.
Was he? Hi, with Bruce? Or Brock?
Hi, Brock.
Bruce.
No, and the name Brock should be retired for wrestling, right? There's only one Brock.
Well,
it's fucking Lesnar.
It's not that pish kid for Breaking Bad. But anyway, talking of pish, we've hit Row. They come out to the ring, and then...
Wait, remember, I know this is totally not related, like, but...
God.
Remember that time, remember the last time we seen Jake Roberts on AEW? He had, like, the fucking oxygen tank, and he legit looked like he was dying in the court. He was hanging on to the apron, like, he looked like he was a bit fucking... I think we're going to have, like, a 10 bells salute for Jake Roberts. Like.
He's actually there for it.
That's mad. Don't know why it must have been talk about Arn Anderson.
Now, well, can we have a 10-bell salute?
Like, anyone who's over's fucking decrepit or dead. I'm sorry.
That is what it is.
Alright, maybe got Austin and Rock that can still do something.
Alright, but can we have a 10-bell salute for Legado del Fantasma? Because Hit Row came out. Escobar just hits the... What's
Escobar.
Escobar hits Big Dollar. Dollar Big. Is that the guy's
Top
name?
Dollar.
Top Dollar. Dollar Big. That's a pretty good name.
What's Top Big Dollar doing in the Impact?
No, right, but if you don't watch NXT, you're not going to know who any of these people are.
Well, they had masks on, so we don't know who they are anyway.
No, but if you watch NXT, you know. We knew who it was. We've seen the mask before. You know, if Rey Mysterio comes at you and go, oh, he's wearing a mask, you don't know who it is. I mean, he's fucking over. That's how you know who it is.
Well, hold on. Number 10 was wearing a mask on Rampage, and you didn't know who it was?
That's different.
Is it different?
He's fucking shite, that's why.
So they beat down Hit Row, and then like they kind of back off Hit Row because
there's a woman.
The woman gets in the ring or whatever. I don't even know her name. And then all of a sudden, Zelina Vega appears on the top rope, does like the slowest looking, sluggish, slow mo, non-impactful Hurricane Rana off the top rope.
And it's supposed to be a beatdown. You don't do Hurricane Rana.
Do you remember that time Triple H came out and battered someone with a sledgehammer, then he picked them up and he put them in a sleeper hold for 2 minutes?
No. Not remember when he threw Shawn Michaels' face through a car window? He actually didn't do it. He did a Hurricane Rana in the ring.
then he applied an abdominal stretch and fucking, I'm the game. Stretch, I'm the game.
And then Shawn Michaels has the audacity to claim it was Triple H despite seeing all the moves done to him. I know it was you, Hunter.
Well, what are you talking about? I've never had a match better than 4 out of 10. I don't know what a Hurricane Rana is. Bret Hart's adamant that couldn't have been Triple H, damn it.
Smackdown is our house.
Right, anyway, where we going? Right, Zelina Vega, right?
Fucking sucks.
Says she's back, and then she's obviously brought people with her, and Santos Escobar grabs him out and goes, if you don't, we are... See, when you have to tell someone who you are, to me, that's when you've already lost the battle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, right, but The Rock doesn't need to come out and go, my name is Dwayne Johnson. I mean, it just doesn't...
No, he doesn't.
It just doesn't happen. So, here they are, like... I'll give them a chance, right? I really enjoyed the Legado del Fantasma feud that they had with Tony D on NXT, right? I thought it was great. The whole, the sit-downs and stuff like... I mean, it was really good stuff, right? And it actually lasted about 4 or 5 months. I enjoyed it, but did I enjoy Legado del Fantasma because they were in the feud with Tony D? Or is it because I like Legado del Fantasma? I don't know, right? Maybe... Now that they're on SmackDown, I'll think, you know what?
Well, if we're going to be real, like, I mean, Escobar's good, but anyone could have played his group in that feud.
Good? Would you describe Escobar as good?
I like him. I think him and Tony D can be main offenders.
I think he's alright, like, but I mean, I want to see more from before we...
Tony D needs to change his attire. He just looks like a fat bum for New York. But
so yeah, and they replace Elektra Lopez with Zelina Vega. Maybe we'll find out more news on that. Not too sure why they done it, though, because... I just think Elektra Lopez had a better fit. She just felt new, it felt fresh. Chucking Zelina Vega with them just feels like... Oh, this Santos looks a bit like Andrade, so we'll just put them together. I mean, what? I mean, I don't get this move at all, but...
What are these going to do, though? Are they just going to fall back in the fold, or are they actually going to do something?
I don't know, but if they're supposed to be, like, dominant and, like, I don't know, Elektra Lopez just looks, like, more physically imposing and stuff. Zelina Vega just looks like a short, wee John Silver wannabe midget, if you ask me.
But they have a problem, right? And that problem is Roman Reigns is holding 2 belts hostage. These ones are never going to get close to the bloodline. Then you've got Walter's crew that's basically run the IC title. So
you've got the Belfast Brutes or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of stables.
New Day.
You got to wonder why they didn't move these guys to Raw.
I know.
Well, there's, as far as I'm concerned, there's the Judgment Day, like, but...
The Judgment
What's Damage Control!
Right, Killer Cross, up next.
Carrying.
Killer.
Carrying.
Do you know a fun fact about Killer Cross? He doesn't allow his right arm to be tattooed because he promised his mum that he wouldn't get it tattooed. The left arm's his, the right arm's hers. Does that just make up how pissed this guy really is?
Does he share
Give me a bit of trivia here.
Does he share a bank account with his mother as well?
Nah, it's just Colt Cabana.
Oh, damn it. Right, anyway, so Karrion Kross and Scarlet come out. Drew McIntyre attacks him. Scarlet goes and hides in the corner. Security come out. tried to break it up. McIntyre batters security. Then Cross manages to pull the strap, and Drew McIntyre hits his head on the turnbuckle or the ring post, whatever. Then Karrion Kross continues beating up Drew. Wade Barrett on commentary says that no security would dare get between these two, no matter how much money you paid them. Even though literally a minute ago, security were pulling Drew McIntyre off a Karrion Kross, and then you have Scarlet getting back involved, and she's getting in the picture. Even though when Drew was on the upper hand, she was, hiding in the corner. So Wade Barrett obviously isn't watching the show, and I don't blame him because the show isn't that good. B, women just, I don't see how they can interact with men in a WWE product in 2022. Just looks so phony. Same, last spot you had the woman for Hit Row just not being there, and then when it's time for Zelina Vega to come out, all of a sudden she gets in the ring between the men. It just looks phony. Same here with Scarlet Bordeaux or whatever. It doesn't feel natural. Like back in the day, it's like when women would like regularly get involved and stuff, and there would be like physical interaction both ways, and it made it look more real. This feels like they just wait until it's their time it's their spot. It does feel very rehearsed and
fake.
And thirdly,
I mean, plus if it's like it's like a TV show, man. Like all these heinous acts happen. Like people get thrown off bridges, hit with a lead pipe. It's like, well, why can't he just attack her or throw her out the ring or something?
I didn't attack her, but even push her down or something, or
push her over the top rope or something, or under the ring or out the ring.
I don't get it. I mean,
we need to change it.
Drew McIntyre's beating the shit out of Karrion Kross. Why is Scarlet not jumping on his back or something, or slapping him from behind, or why isn't she not doing something? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Especially being a heel. I could understand if she wasn't the face, but
I mean, we've seen this loads of times, Rhea Ripley and Dominic and Ray. That was overdone. That was every week for about 3 months.
I guess on my nerves,
I don't want to ever hang.
Although Rhea Ripley looks more like a man than a woman, so I guess you can forgive that. There was a third point I wanted to make here, and I've completely lost track of what it was.
They're both boring bastards.
Well, they are. I don't think Wade Barrett's not really improving the commentary for me much, that's for sure.
No, I mean, I think it was actually in the next match he kept talking about, was it Elvis Presley and someone else?
Garbage. Anyway, next match, speaking of garbage, Raquel Rodriguez and Schatzi without the name Blackheart. Maybe she'll find her last name because a lot of people seem to do. Taking on Sonya Deville and Shia Lee. I mean, it is comical because, remember about a month ago, Shia Lee was back to being a face?
Yeah.
And now she's on the heel team with Sonya Deville. It's when she first came in as the protector, the face, and then, she disappeared. Then she came back as a heel because I guess they needed heels. And then she was a face, then she was a heel again. Then she turned out to be a face again, and now all of a sudden she's teaming up with Sonya Deville, which must make her a heel.
I'm not saying Sonya Deville was ever over, but she had a bit of heat on her at some point.
I thought the feud with Naomi was pretty good. I liked it.
No, it's done.
Yeah, I don't know. Sonya Deville would make a much better champion than Liv Morgan. Speaking of Liv Morgan, we got to relive Liv Morgan's intense rivalry with Ronda Rousey. We relive it because I'm assuming Ronda Rousey wasn't there. I guess that's why you have to relive it.
No, she wasn't. It just this 4-minute package just shows that this feud has been horrendous.
Yep, so we got a package that we didn't really care about. Before we move on to the next part of the show, if anyone cares about the NXT Level Up results, we don't know what they are, but we can tell you.
Is Indy Hartwell being punished? Because she's been on that the past couple of weeks.
I think so. I mean, but anyway, who cares? But why not Index? Bring them back.
Sammy's saying up next. Talk about that segment. We Sammy.
I thought this was weird. So the Bloodline are all sitting down. Solo Sikoa's at the end of the couch as if he doesn't. No, wait, he's not. Solo Sikoa's in the ring. So this kind of happens after the Sikoa match, where Sami Zayn's talking about how Sami Sikoa's coming on. He's coming on well since he's been a great addition to the Bloodline, the Enforcer. Blah blah blah. Sami Zayn says that he's taken him under his wing. This seems to upset Jey Uso. Jey Uso's like, what do you mean you took him under his wing? He's our brother. Blah, 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 blah.
Don't be such a hothead.
Yeah, Sami Zayn tells Jey not to be a hothead. Jey's like, call me that one more time. Jimmy Uso's at the edge of the couch, just sitting there awkwardly. And then Roman Reigns, who's sitting just not looking like a fucking star here. You know what I mean? I don't know. His trousers were too short. His cats were dead. He
Yeah, and he's wearing a t-shirt. We the ones.
He's wearing the same t-shirt as all the rest of them. Like, and I'm not saying you can't do that. Like, but
it needs to be a good t-shirt.
I mean, at the end of the day, Bully Ray, when he was in Aces and Eights, he looked different from the other
Garrett Bischoff.
You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, regardless, right. Then Roman Reigns talks about, it was weird, he's talking about Jey Uso.
But he's looking at Sami Zayn.
And then he eventually, so it's kind of, but it was also weird, like, he's kind of burying Jey Uso. And Jey Uso's kind of like just sitting there taking it. But he's burying Jey Uso to Sami Zayn. And then he's like to Sami, Jay's always had this hot head, we've had to deal with it our whole lives, and now we don't have to deal with it anymore, you have to deal with it. And then Sami Zayn's like sitting there, it's like, okay. And that was the end of this. It's like, what the fuck? So I'm assuming Reigns is kind of putting, I don't know, is he going to, anytime Jey Uso loses or does something wrong, he's going to blame Sami Zayn. Didn't really get what he was going for here, but I thought it was awkward how Roman Reigns is going down memory lane, just, running down Jey Uso, and Jey Uso's just sitting there taking it. But it feels like Sami Zayn's the one being questioned or something like that, It feels like Jey Uso's the one getting buried, but it feels like Sami Zayn's the one getting interrogated or something. It was weird.
Like this was Roman Reigns' input on the show. He stood in the ring, then he said this backstage while looking at the wrong person.
And how shit was it? Yeah, well, we had to deal with that all our lives. This guy's a hothead. Oh, so wait, hold on. Jey Uso's a hothead, but the rest of them are cool, calm, and collected?
I know. In case you didn't definitely run over anyone.
Did he know
Don't steer me wrong.
Roman Reigns know the guy that bloody ran over Braun Strowman in an ambulance? Drove him off a cliff or something like that? Speaking of Braun Strowman, he's up next. It's Braun Strowman, the New Day, versus the Usos and Sami Zayn. The ones become the twos because it's a big win for Strowman and the New Day. The New Day hit their finisher off the top rope. They pin Jimmy Uso. I mean, why not give the win to Braun fucking Strowman?
I know Strowman's standing on the outside,
cheering on the New Day.
Yeah, guys,
go on, man. He gives Jimmy the one, then Jimmy gives him it back. He's like, yeah, I'm the one, and he turns around and gets hit by the. I mean, what the fuck was this? I mean, I think it just. I'm not saying like the Bloodline can't take a loss, like, but they barely do lose, right? So would it not make more sense here to lose to Braun Strowman? They lost to the New Day, but
you say they barely lose, but see when like the Usos are in a one-on-one match, or they're in a match not for the titles, they lose every fucking time.
Yeah, but why are they losing to the New Day? Because we know if next week the New Day challenge the Usos for the titles, that the Usos are winning. So why not have Braun Strowman win? Why not have Braun Strowman beat the Usos?
Yeah, it's a valid point. Like, I don't really.
To me, that would have made more sense. Plus, Braun Strowman's back, and you're trying to push momentum on him. And I get he's in the winning team, but in my opinion, Braun Strowman standing on the outside and picking up a victory while it's the New Day actually getting the win, it's just a bit cheap.
Yeah, and he's like a monster, and he's cheerleading.
See if Austin was in a tag match, he's getting the pinfall in it, I think.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine Austin in a match where, even if it's, let's say he's in the match with Dudleys, I couldn't imagine Austin cheering on the Dudleys on the outside as they hit a 3D and Austin's like raising his hands going, yeah, come on, Devon. Devon Dudley. Get the table, Diva. Like, what the fuck, right? White Rabbit video appears. It looked like some bloody like Mario game. There's some wee rabbit walking up this forest. He comes across an X. Obviously the X is Extreme Rules. Falls down the X, big explosion, then we get like a bunch of names and letters, then we get the date for Extreme Rules, and then it says, White Rabbit or something coming, Extreme Rules. Well, like, it's Bray fucking Wyatt, right? Fair play, you know what? They've went through a lot of effort over the past months, doing all this, like, weird shit. It was only the past couple of weeks I've actually been, like, forcing it home. They've been doing it for months, though, where they've done all this, like, kind of stuff off camera and stuff like that, but I mean, it's a lot of effort. I'm hoping it lives up to the hype.
Yeah, will it though? I mean, you can see Bray Wyatt doing it for 2 months, then going in another mental breakdown. Can you not?
Nah, I mean,
come to the Royal Rumble, man, there'll be doing more vignettes because he's coming back for the 90th time. But I mean, Triple H is all about wrestling and all that stuff. How's this character really going to work?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it was a McMahon idea. And it was one of the few McMahon ideas. That
I don't feel like it was a McMahon idea. I feel it was a Bray Wyatt idea.
Aye, but McMahon enabled it. McMahon is the guy. I just don't see Triple H letting
Do you think McMahon's the one that came up with the Firefly Funhouse?
Obviously not, but it's McMahon. McMahon let it happen.
Well, Triple H probably realises Bray Wyatt's actually pretty good, and he's like, well, you know what? You come back, you have creative control or something like that.
Aye, but like Tony D and that Legado feud's good, but I doubt when they come up to the main roster they're going to be like talking about whacking people and throwing them off bridges.
Well, if they're not, I'll be disappointed.
Well, I'll be disappointed too.
I don't want them having fucking hour-long matches.
I'm
a better wrestler than you.
Right, talking about hour-long matches. Gunther Sheamus Intercontinental Championship on the line. The Importantrons. No one cares.
Look, I mean, see what happened. This is so fucking predictable. Hard-hitting match. Sheamus' chest bleeding. Gunther retains. I mean, what am I wrong?
No, you're not. You're right on the money there, Captain.
Alright, yeah, both teams got involved. Gunther cheated. He used a shillelagh. Does that mean we'll get another match? I don't know. Should this have happened at Extreme Rules? I don't know. I don't know, right?
It's a very weak season premiere, isn't it?
Aye, I know they're claiming they're trying to make the mid-card titles better. But at the end of the day, it's not going to happen overnight. Like, just sticking it in the main event doesn't mean it's better.
No, like, if you want to make the mid-card titles feel like the main event, you need to stick it on some serious main eventers.
Aye.
Not Gunther. Like, if the IC title match, is like Drew McIntyre versus like Seth Rollins, I'll be like, well, fair enough, I'll give you that. But see when it's Gunther against Sheamus, at this stage, Sheamus is mid-card and Gunther's just... I'm just never going to see for you. The guy's a main eventer. To me, he's IC level at best.
Maybe he's a main eventer on NXT UK.
Aye.
But, I mean, that's
it though. But we have to rate the show now, and season premiere.
I mean, this is the worst thing. You talk up it's a season premiere, so you're expecting it to be really good. It just wasn't. I mean, the opening segment, I thought it was a wee bit funny, like. I don't agree with the breaking character. We get the debut of Legado del Fantasma, which I don't think was fantastic at all. Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross bored us some more. We had a main event that was just so fucking predictable. A 6-man tag match where Braun Strowman doesn't win, even though he's on the winning team. We don't even get the continuation of Liv Morgan, Ronda Rousey. It's just a promo package of what happened in multiple weeks before that. Triple H basically came out and says, we are Fox, we are SmackDown. And that was it. I mean, come on. I'm looking at this show, it just wasn't that good.
It wasn't. I'm going to give it a 2. Is that fair enough?
I'm giving it a 1, I don't.
1.5 out of 10. And that is it for Fog Wrestling. And I've got a feeling there's one other show we're reviewing today that's going to get less than that. And until then...
Peace.